to Market Innoventors, where we spotlight entrepreneurs, innovators, business leaders, and visionaries who are transforming industries and creating solutions that impact lives. I am your host, Peace Unwoke, and you are welcome to today's show. Today, we are joined by a technology entrepreneur whose journey reflects resilience, expertise, and a commitment to solving real-life challenges through technology. He is a computer engineer, a current registered professional, an MBA holder, and the founder of MainTek, one of the growing and respected IT brands operating from Computer Village, Ikeja, Lagos. Beyond business, he is passionate about creating opportunities for young Nigerians and repositioning IT support as a respected and rewarding career path. Please join me in welcoming today Richman Ayedun. You are welcome to Market Innoventors.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm very well. You're
very well.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we go into the major conversation of the day, let's talk about the name. What brought about the Richman? Is there a reason? Is there a reason behind that name?
Scripture says whatever Adam calls it, right? That was the name there. So it's just the name I chose for myself.
Oh,
right?
You chose the name for yourself?
Yes.
That was not the name your parents
gave?
gave?
Legally, yeah, but
okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So talking about source and origins, let's talk about your career path. How did you transition into IT support, buying and selling gadgets, owning MainTek? So let's talk about your career path. How did that happen?
Okay. So. Okay, it's been a long journey, I must say.
Yeah.
So it all started from, I never really had interest in tech like from while I was small.
Okay.
But one thing I can remember was I'm a very curious person, inquisitive and all of that. If you bring in something, I was okay, how is this thing working? What is inside and all of that? So I think I didn't get a lot of toys growing up, but I was that kid that if I laid my hands on one toy, either it's mine or not, I want to get to the root of it. And also I think it's been way back from my end days. So I did national diploma,
okay,
right, in Federal Polytechnic of in Kwara State. But then prior to that time, the reigning thing then was, everybody wanted to become a doctor, a lawyer, and an engineer, right?
Yeah.
There was no so much knowledge around computers as at then.
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to study medicine and surgery, and that was what I chose in my JAM. Those days of you choose 2 universities, 2 polytechnic, and also I chose medicine and surgery, but I didn't meet up the cutoff.
JAM.
No. I passed JAM.
Oh.
Post CTME.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then the course I was offered, I really didn't like it. I was like, okay. So I just had to fall back to the polytechnic. And funny how the computer engineering stuff, it's even my brother that said I should pick it. That since I love to touch things at home, and why not, let's do engineering. I'm like, okay, no issues. And then I fell back to that, and then from then on I just picked interest, came back to Lagos, did my COS 3 months, 6 months, and then I went to a computer school, and from then on that thing really started, all in. And from there, finished my ND, went to the university, and it's just been like from there. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start from there. Talking about you studying computer engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, so how have your academic experiences shaped your approach to business and technology?
Okay, so this is it. There's always this difference between someone that has knowledge and someone that does not have knowledge, right? And someone that has a structured knowledge, right? Because, excuse me, knowledge flies here, everywhere and about. What I think school did for me was school gave me structured knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Structured knowledge. That was what school gave me. And I think that has really, really helped in my approach to how I do a lot of things, even in the business, right? The basic thing is selling and buying, but then the having education makes you know that, okay, this is way beyond buying and selling. How do I treat my customers? How do I, you were inquisitive about, okay, what's going on, what's obtainable in other markets and all of that, with someone that might not, that most likely is not educated, might not really think that far. So far, they're just getting the daily bread, right? Just we're making sales and all that. So yeah, I think education for me has made me see the business beyond just making sales, right? Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about, where your tech hub is based.
Yes.
At Computer Village.
Yes.
So, Computer Village is a highly competitive environment.
Yes.
So when you started out, how were you able to navigate, starting out in such a highly competitive environment, making a name for yourself, then growing your business brick by brick before you completed your MainTek hub? So how did you do that?
Okay. So I'll do a lot of backstories today. I hope that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So the first exposure I have to computers and all that started from Ikorodu. Yeah, we're in Lagos, so it started from Ikorodu. Okay. So my parents are based in Ikorodu, and that was where I grew up. And also Ikorodu. For anyone watching this, they know the place, the small hub in Ikorodu. Okay, so and that was where it started from, the basic desktop publishing, and then that was the days of desktop laptop were not so rampant then, right? So that was how I started, and then you're just doing it just to survive. You're getting daily bread, I think then if you're able to make 501k, you're a big boy for the day. Right? Made money. So you start like that, but then I still juggle school, and for all the time I didn't school in Lagos, like aside from my secondary school, but my polytechnic was in Kwara State, my university was in Ogun State, and then my master's too was outside Lagos, so I was not like stable 100%. Yeah. So but all through, I think for like 5-6 years I was in Ikorodu. Once I get back from school, I'm at the Ikorodu office and all of that. Coming back from NYSC, came back to Ikorodu and all of that, and I think once in a while we'll come to Ikeja to buy, to buy from the wholesalers so that we can retail at Ikorodu. So we buy stuffs. I think we started entering into laptops as a then. Come buy a drive, buy around. I don't know if you know, so when you party about laptop, we come buy stuff, buy flash and then go to
at least I do know that. If I don't know the technical ones, I know flash.
Flash drive, yeah. So we buy as comfortably, then go and sell, which is like what most everybody does, right? In outside other markets, outside Computer Village and all. The first instance I had I think I should move from being a one-man business, like the roadside repair guy or the sales guy, to let's actually try and build a business. Started I think 2018, 2019, so before COVID, 2020.
Was it that period you decided to transition to
No, it was not then. It was not then. So I was still in Ikorodu. So I was like, okay, so after university now, what's next and all of that. But then I got the leading to go for my master's, and so I still knew I could not. So, but then I've been guarding clients over the years. I mean, there's some clients that I still have 8 years in the books, right? Okay. 8 years ago, we are still their IT personnel up until now, right?
You still have to talk about your client retention.
Yes. So, but then go to school, come back and all that. So I was like, okay, masters, okay, yeah. I was still doing, so I would attend to my clients online and all that. And then in this industry, you can't do all. It's so large. There's sales, there's repair, there's marketing, there's setup, there's infrastructure. So I leverage my relationship with some of my colleagues. So there are times that we have to be at a client's place physically. While I was away outside Lagos, some of my colleagues and maybe younger colleagues too, I call them. They go then we do profit sharing and all of that, just to still retain those. I think I'm already entering into the other question, but then I kept that, and so I first registered as Richman 27 Global Services. Okay. Yes, that was what I registered at first. But then when I was trying to wrap up my masters, I began to say, okay, I began to read books.
Structured knowledge.
Yes, I'm outside traditional books in school. I started reading personal development books on business. I'm like, okay, I think I really want this thing to outlast me. So I think the first thing I had to do was just remove my name from the brand. So rebrand to MainTek. So I was like, okay, how do I get this? How do I? So I'm going to tell you how this name came about. This MainTek came about. So I was like, okay, I want to remove, because you know the way Nigeria is now. Once people see Richman, they'll say, okay, is your name. They'll still think it's still a one-man business, right? So I wanted to take away that one-man business mentality from new clients. Once you approach, okay, you're coming to a brand, not a one-man business.
Exactly.
So I knew I had to change from Richman 27 Global Services to. So I think Richman 27 was like for 2 years. Then I had to change, do a whole lot of rebranding, reprinting, and all of that. And then, so I was like, okay, I wanted a 2-word brand. So I think I attended a branding class and all that. So I said, okay, I wanted a 2-word brand. I wanted a name whereby tech will still be inside, but then we'll go from the traditional, the traditional thing is something and sounds tech. Someone's name still like Richman Tech, and I'm like, I didn't want that. I want something memorable, something catchy, something that once you hear it once, it will stick. Something that you can tell someone when you're on the go and it will stick. And okay. And then one other thing was that informed the name was what was the pain point of. So as at then, I started listening to pain points of people, their complaints about Computer Village, and so I started thinking of transitioning to Computer Village then. But so I started listening to pain points, and one major thing that most people talk about is Computer Village is scam and all of that. I'm like, no. I mean, I've been relating with people, I've been buying from people that I've had my own fair share of scams, right? But then the good people are so way more than the bad people. But it's just that the bad stories are what we hear. So I'm like, okay, what name can I give this brand that would actually sell the idea of, okay, you're coming to a legit zone, you're coming to a place whereby we care about you. So that was how I came up with the tag main.
So
right?
MainTek.
So that was how it came, MainTek. That's how the name came.
And
then I transitioned from Ikorodu. So I wrapped up my my MBA, right, my master's in at Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria, 2024.
Okay.
So I go back to Lagos October 1st, 2024. And when I go back to Lagos, I just knew that with the vision I have now, with the name and all of that, I can't. What I want might not really be obtainable in Ikorodu.
So
I needed to come to the bigger market, where the thing is happening. I know Computer Village now. It's not just Computer Village serves Lagos, serves Nigeria, serves. I mean, I've had clients come from Benin Republic to come and meet us here in Computer Village. We've had people make inquiries from Cameroon, from Computer Village here. Do you understand? So I knew for the vision I have for this brand, Ikorodu would not suffice, so I needed to come to the bigger market.
Okay, let me just cut you right there. Talking about listening to people's pain points, acting on them. Trust is something valuable in your industry. So how have you been able to achieve trust? Because even if you say, oh, you wanted to build a name that speaks legit, that speaks, oh, I'm not here to scam you, I'm here to do you well, but there are still doubting Thomases, right? So how have you ensured that whenever they hear your name or whenever you get referrals, you get referred to them, you ensure that, oh, there's no iota of distrust or complaints? How do you handle your clients?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Because I mean, the first, so it starts from, so for us now, for MainTek now, so I can now say us because
it's a brand.
So for us now, what we do is we know that from the first instance where our client contacts us, when we are being contacted, we know that the trust journey has started. It's not until when they hand over their money to us, or their money to us, or when they bring their gadget. So from the first contact, from how we respond to you, either through call or this, and then on our socials too, we ensure that most of the, at least behind the scene BTS of how we're doing our work. And if you go to our pages, you will see we let you know that, okay, this brand shows you maybe not everything. We show you what can at least win your trust. And okay, I think these people can give me solution for the problem that I have, when it comes to repairs and all of that. So we know that trust does not start when they hand over the money. Trust starts from the point of contact, from the first point of contact. So how we respond, how we show ourselves, right? How we put ourselves out there is one way I've been able to build trust. And also one thing, I say this theory to people a lot, and it's a personal thing to me as well. It's a guiding principle. Is there's difference between honesty and transparency. Honesty is, if I ask you, are you in the studio today? Yes. Or were you in the studio yesterday? Yes. Right? But transparency is, oh, okay, Richman, this is how my day is most likely to go.
So a detailed
Yeah, so transparency is I really don't have to ask you before you tell me. Honesty is, yes, you tell me when I ask you. You tell me the truth. In both cases, you're saying the truth. But it's just that honesty is, if I don't ask, you won't tell.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Honesty is until when I ask you, that's when you tell. But transparency is, you don't have to ask, I will tell. And there are times, there are times, every time, especially when it comes to repair, once a client reaches out to us, we let them know, okay, there are so many quality levels that are obtainable. There's quality A, quality B, quality C. This is what quality A would do for you. This is what quality B would do for you. This is what quality C would do for you. And then on the repair aspect, okay, this is what we are changing. This is what we are fixing. This is what we are repairing. Do you understand? For times whereby sometimes some clients can do personal diagnosis, wrong diagnosis that is wrong, right? We're not telling, okay, what you think was the problem, what you thought was the problem, rather, that is not the problem. When we diagnose this thing, this is the problem. And we show detailed videos. We send videos, we send pictures of what we are doing to our clients. So that's, we've had, I think, 2 months ago, there was a client that reached out to us from Lekki. She was like, oh, she's had bad experience about Computer Village and all of that. But then she saw our page and she thinks she wants to try again. I said, no problem. So she sent a device through a dispatch rider. At first, she didn't want to use dispatch. She was like, no. What is dispatch? We said, no, madam, chill. We've been using dispatch for years now, and we've not had any reported issue from this. She was like, okay. So she booked a dispatch rider, brought it to Computer Village. When the rider came, we showed her a picture. Man, we have gotten the stuff. She was like, okay, thank you. So that took away the fear of the dispatch rider was going to run away with her laptop. That took away that fear. We sent her a picture. So as we opened the laptop, we were doing the diagnosis, we sent her some pictures and some videos. She was like, okay. So it was as if she was with us as we were doing the work.
So you kept her in the loop.
Yeah. She was informed all through. When we were done, and one other thing we do is, for every part that we replace, we package it back for the client. We return it for the client.
Okay, that's commendable.
Yeah. So let's say you're changing your phone screen now, right? We're showing you a video of how we're changing it, and when we're done, we package the old screen that is bad. We'll show you, package everything, send it back to you. So that's one other way we have built trust. And when that woman got her laptop back the next day and all of that, she said she has peace of mind now, and that we have been successful. We successfully have now changed our mindset towards first using dispatch rider and towards sending a laptop and all of that. So
and through that through that service, you have gained a reliable
yes. She literally had to call on phone. She called me personally on my phone.
Wow.
She said for like 20 minutes she was just saying thank you. She didn't think that her mind was so up and all that. I'm like, no, they are bad eggs, right? But the good ones are so much, right? It's just that we're not telling our story. And that's why we're MainTek 2 is actually trying to push out a lot of on the media side now, on our social media pages and all that, to let people know that so that's how we've been able to gain trust and then keep it and then have repeat customers.
Okay, it's a digital world right now, a very big world, a digital village where, not even a village at this point, a global village where AI is infused, artificial intelligence is infused into almost everything we do right now. So how do you see AI affecting businesses and services in Nigeria, particularly your industry?
My industry. So this is one thing I would say. AI, like every other innovation, right, is a disruptor, right? It's coming to disrupt a lot of things. But I think the reason why why the noise of AI is so much is because AI is affecting so many industries at the same time.
At the same time,
yes. Unlike previously, that is maybe one industry or two that is affected. I mean, AI is affecting even transportation, how we drive, right? I think I read a report that in like 5 years or something, driverless cars are going to take over and all of that. So imagine AI is affecting everything.
I think we already have some instances.
We have, but I mean, where it to be fully adopted, that's what I'm talking about, right? No, AI has affected everything. Even our. So let's
talk about your industry. Has it affected your industry?
It has. So let me give you this. Prior to now, some 4 or 5 years ago, if the laptop does not come on, a client will call, hello engineer, my laptop is not coming on if it's not charging. Hello engineer, my laptop is not charging if it's not, if the phone is misbehaving, hello engineer, my phone is this, hello my phone is that, hello my phone is this. Now that call has reduced. I'm not going to lie. There's no data yet officially.
Yeah.
But that thing has reduced. Now we have cases whereby before they reach out to us,
they've
right?
done their diagnosis.
They've done their diagnosis with the AI bots, chats, and all of those things, right? And there are times that even some clients that are learned and maybe a bit tech savvy, they'll be like, oh, I've asked this AI, I've asked that AI, it's telling me this is the problem, but it's just that I cannot solve it. That's why I'm now calling you. What do I do? Wow. Right? So clients are no longer calling for us to, at least for the basic, just like, let me use the word first aid now. AI is now a leveler whereby clients can do first aid diagnosis by themselves.
Your intermediary at this point.
Right? So what that means is the average repair or salesperson has to be very knowledgeable. You must be able to answer questions beyond, because AI will just answer them based on AI will give them generic answers. But you now have to be able to give them in-depth answers, right? Like, because there are some insider market secrets that AI is yet to know. That's the edge that we still have. So it has affected us. Okay, I'll give you this example too. It has affected the way I also patronize some other persons, right? Meaning in the sense that, so before now too, you know, when we want to get parts, you know, parts, there's something called parts number, serial number, model number, and all of that. Before, I will have to call vendors. Oh, I need, let's say for example, I need battery for this HP. They'll be like, so I don't know. I want to send them the picture and all of that. But now, I don't have to do that anymore. Once I just put the name of the HP, the model number and all, the AI will give me the exact battery model number.
It's also
so it's helping me too.
Yes.
So I will just tell the person I want to buy from, okay, this is the model number of what I need. Do you understand? So it saves time and all that. So it's actually both ways, right? It's for everything that has an advantage.
There's also a disadvantage.
And for everything that is coming to disrupt an already existing industry, it's going to create a whole new level of, another example of a whole new level of opportunity. And one final example I will give is how it has. So I don't like to just stay on the bad side. That's why I'm trying to balance it. So let me give you another good example for how AI is helping and can help. We have the rise of content creators now, right?
Yes.
I can tell you for a fact.
Okay.
Okay, let me say this out there. A normal maybe computer engineering student in school, not even a computer, just a normal someone that knows how to use phone, that is tech savvy, like can use your phone, can, you know, you have data, you have a good phone, you have a good camera and all of that, right? You can begin to do educational content based on computer stuff repairs. I think we have a lot of them, but not so much yet in this part of the world. You can begin to do educational content in tech and all, where you educate people, everyone in the ecosystem. I mean, everybody uses laptop, everybody uses phone and all that, without knowing how to use a phone, all through AI. Wow. So that's another group. So it is disrupting, but then also creating opportunities. Okay. Do you see now? Yes. So that's the thing.
Okay, so you have consistently advocated for IT support as a career path. Yes. So would you say that this area, considering where the location of your business is, would you say that this area, IT support is currently or constantly being overlooked in Nigeria, in this part of our world?
Yeah, most people just think IT support is just repair, open the phone, change the battery, open the phone, change the screen, open the laptop, change the battery, install Windows, install Mac OS and all, right? Yeah. So I think that's why it's still being overlooked, right? That's why most people just, I mean, I've had...
Oh, you wouldn't say location, being at Computer Village, being at, Computer Village has a lot of talks around it, so you wouldn't say that location also affects how people view your industry?
So the thing is, okay, so what I think why people still look down on the industry is because there's something called perception, right? The general or the first instant perception that people have about IT support, like I said, is just repair, and they are engaging with repair guys and sales guys so far has not gone beyond. Hello, my phone is bad. Hello, I need a phone. I want to buy this phone, that phone. I want to buy this laptop, that laptop. It has not gone beyond that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's why people still like, oh, okay, once you have let's say you have 1 million or 2 million, you can get an office, start selling accessories or start selling laptop and all that. And it's way more than that, right? So one reason I think that perception exists is because, Nigeria is still, how do I say now, I won't say we are still young, but yeah, compared to global standard, we're
underdeveloped.
Yeah, so I think when we start to, probably when there are infrastructures whereby we can produce in Nigeria, people will begin to say, okay, yes, I can go into hardware production too.
Yeah.
I think it's a good career path, just like the way you want to go into software development. I mean, years ago, software development was a craze. Everybody wanted to do coding, but AI has come to disrupt that thing now, right? Yeah. And also, I think because of lack of infrastructure, where it's just the basic thing, import, but there's nothing there, and it's not just to import, and also this is not a viable career path. That I mean, I've had people, even my own family members, right, wanting me to get a job, saying, go and get a serious job. And I'm like,
this is a serious job. Exactly. I get that. Okay, so I mean, I've been enjoying this conversation, and maybe I don't want to go on a break, but we have to go on a break now. This is Market Innoventors. We'll be going on a short break now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Market Innoventors, where we spotlight entrepreneurs, business leaders, and visionaries who are transforming industries and creating solutions that impact lives. And I am still your host, Peace Nweke, and I'm still here with Richman Ayedun, CEO of MainTek Technology Hub. Okay, so how are you enjoying this conversation?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's been going well.
It's been going well.
Yes,
all right.
you.
Okay, so let's move into your business as a private sector. So what role should private businesses play in bridging the gap between academic learning and industry requirements?
Okay.
Or do you even think that, what you do at MainTek, do you think it should be infused into standard academic learning?
Okay, yes. I feel that should be infused because I think it doesn't speak well when a computer engineering graduates, right, doesn't have the basic knowledge of at least some hardware, right? And when I say basic knowledge, I mean handling this hardware. I can remember all through when I did my ND. I think the only thing we were taught, I think that was in the ND2 or something, was soldering and desoldering.
Wow.
How to solder and desolder on board.
That's like basic knowledge over there.
Every other thing was theory.
Wow.
Fast forward to university as well. I think the first time we really had contact with hardware, and that was desktop. Wow. I mean, I think that was in 300 level or something, right?
Yeah.
It was not if it was the knowledge of hardware that I have, like the hands-on knowledge now, let me use that word, the hands-on knowledge, the practical knowledge I know, came from when I went for those trainings I told you. Anytime I'm back from school, you know, trainings I had in Ikorodu, the desktop publishing, the hardware, and all of that. And then, you know, me saying, okay, based on the fact that I'm actually inquisitive and let me come to Computer Village, buy some stuff. I began to see people, you know, and all of that. Those were the exposure I got, the hands-on exposure I got. I didn't get them from the school formally. But we could speak English. We could, we could use mouth to write code.
In theory,
we could use mouth to write code. I can remember we did one. We did one coding, one software class like that. We're writing code on the board.
Wow.
On the board, and right. So I think though private institutions, when I say private bodies alone cannot achieve this, because the government, it takes a lot to build this infrastructure, right? I mean, I was talking about production earlier and all of that. So I think it's going to be an infusion of both private sector and public sector. Right? I mean, there's this thing they say that the government cannot solve the problem of unemployment 100%, right? What the government does is to create an enabling environment that will enable the private sector create businesses, enable entrepreneurs to create businesses and opportunities for employment, right? So I think it's a two-way street. Private cannot do it alone. Public cannot do it alone, right?
Okay. So talking about this fusion, public sector, private sector.
Yes.
You serve across the sectors. You serve individuals. You serve business leaders. You serve you serve government agencies. So how do the technology, how do you cater to the needs of these sectors differently? How do you ensure that, each of this sector, I'm serving you and I'm serving you well?
Okay. So first is knowing what these people need, knowing what their core need is, right? So I'll give an example. Let's say an individual, a business owner, that's a business, and then probably an agency or a government stuff. So an individual, let me use the case of a laptop for an example. Let's say an individual wants a laptop and all that. Most cases, an individual will say, the first an individual will come and say, I don't have money, right? And all of that. An individual will first of all come to you with telling you about budget and all of that, which most times a government body or maybe even business will not be pushing that in front. They want solution. So an individual wants, I want solution, but then a budgeted solution. Right? So how we handle that is for all of them, we actually listen to you first. Let's know, what do you want? No, what do you need? Right? What do they need? Because there are times that people want something that is not what they really need.
I was about to ask you, so how do you also cater to people that do not know what they need?
So we cater to them by letting them know, what we now ask, what do you want to do? Like, why do you want to buy this device? Why do you want to buy this gadget? So let me give an example of a content creator. There are 2 to 3 things that are paramount to a content creator. Probably maybe that wants to use their mobile device, right? The number one thing for a content creator will be a good camera, storage space, and then battery. Those are the 3 core that a content creator will need. Forget all the hype of something max or whatever. Those are the core. So when it comes to that, so we can even sometimes we give advice and say, based on these core things that you need, we think you should go for this brand above this brand. Forget the hype, what you're hearing. We know these things, right? We don't want to tell you come back in 3 months and say, this thing is not giving you what you want, right? So we ask you, what do you want to use it for? Then once you have the knowledge of what you want to use it for, we can now give you, what's it called now? We can now give you different solutions that are available, but it's now left for you to pick. So the same thing for a business person. We know that business wants to make profit. So business too, they will not. But then we want to ensure that for a business, speed is part of what you are selling.
Yes,
right?
Speed is paramount to you. Yes,
to the business owner.
To the business.
So we're going to give you something we're going to recommend you get a device that will give you so much speed, right? And ease of operation. Yes, right? Because you don't want to buy something that you don't have to employ someone you pay millions of naira to operate.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then for government agency, we know the first thing with government is security.
Yes.
Security, longevity.
Yeah.
Right? Because for any agency to release money now, once they release, before they can say or tender a budget that put that item again on the budget, it will have to go through a lot of scrutiny. So for government agency, you want to supply them something that will let them know, okay, this thing will outlast, this thing will last, and all of that. Do you get? So but then everything is still based on the foundation of knowledge, knowing what do you want to achieve with this device you want to buy. Do you understand?
Okay. So you mentioned earlier, when you spoke about your career, how you started, how you ventured into IT support and everything. You mentioned structured knowledge. So how have you been able, or what are your plans to imparting that same knowledge into young Nigerians who want to be like you, wants to, be a brand like you, a technology brand like you, wants to be in IT support. So how do you plan, or what are you doing to impart them?
Okay. Currently intentionally we've not really done structured teaching over the years. Okay. Yeah, here and there we just guide some people,
but nothing serious.
Yeah, we don't have a body, and that's because we are trying to piece together. So this is it. What we're trying to achieve at MainTek is we just don't want to just give you the technical knowledge, right? We want to give you both the technical knowledge and the business knowledge. And that I think I heard this from Olumide Emmanuel. He said, for every skill, there's a skill. How will I say it now? There's a skill. So let me use our computer stuff. So there's a skill of computer engineering, which is maybe any aspect you choose, probably sales, repair, infrastructure setup, and all that, or networking, because computer engineering field is wide. There's a software part and all of that. There's coding, there's cybersecurity. So there's that skill. And then there's the business of that skill too, right? Yeah, it's good to start from the level of skill, having the knowledge of the skill and all that. Yeah. But after, you have to move onto the level of the business, because that's where the real money is, where you'll be able to play with the big boys.
Yes.
Do you understand? So we just don't want to give technical. There are so many other persons, so many other brands doing just 3 months training. Yes, you can start opening phone, opening laptop, doing your sales here and there and all that. Yeah, but way beyond that, we want to. So that's why we have not officially, right? We have not officially. But when we want to consider, having to teach and all of that, yes. And we just don't want to make it like the traditional way, the apprenticeship thing.
Yeah.
Whereby we want to make it a standard stuff whereby if you're coming through and passing through this system for 6 months, you're coming as a novice, you're going out as maybe not an expert, but as an intermediate.
Yes.
You have the business knowledge, your vision, your mindset has been changed. You have a better orientation, right?
Of what you want to achieve.
You want to go out and do likewise, even do bigger things.
Do better, yeah.
Right? And all of that. Not just to become another roadside seller, repair person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking about, playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me, every business has its challenges. So I want you to tell me one great moment, during in your business, one great moment that made you feel or felt accomplished. Yes, and then I want you to tell me one moment, one down moment that it was kind of tough or rough on you, and you were having thoughts. So I want you to tell me about challenges, one great moment in your business that's kept you going, and then the other part.
Okay, so for challenges, I think this is something that every entrepreneur face.
Exactly.
I think one major challenge has been and would always be, and even in this era where information is here and there, everybody is flying, is when you're contacted for maybe for a purchase, a large volume, right? You submitted your bid. What's that again? You submitted bid, you've made your market research, you've spoken with the people or the persons or the business that wants to probably make purchase. We're talking hundreds of purchase of gadgets, of device, and all of that. And in the end, you just say, we'll get back to you.
That stuff. Just got your hopes high for nothing.
Yeah, that's one. And then the other part is where you're trying to, yes, you know your onions, you know your expertise and all. You're submitting a bid and all. And then the people that you're submitting bid for, they're letting you know that, hello, sir, there are 4 other persons that are bidding for the same thing. And this is the price they are giving us. So you can't even, do you understand?
Yes.
You now have to be educating them. Okay, we are sourcing for this from here. Okay, so let me just put this out there. A lot of people call pre-owned devices, right? They call it UK use.
Yeah.
It's not everything that's come from the UK. It's not everything that's come from the US. There are some that come from the US. They are come from the UK, from Canada, even from UAE, from Dubai.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
But everybody just think, oh, everything's from UK. There are some from Japan, from China, and all of that. Even new devices too. Yeah. There are some that are made for region. There are some that are made for other regions. Like the way there are differences between devices made for the American region compared to the one made for African region.
Okay.
Compared to the one made for Europe.
Yeah.
Compared to the one made for Asia,
yeah.
Middle East, and all of that.
Yeah.
But a lot of consumers don't know. And then their prices vary because of the region that they were made for. So you get. So you can't compare the price of a device, whether new or pre-owned, that was made originally for Dubai or for Europe. You can't compare the price to that was made for the US. But consumers don't know. So they just come and tell you, I know this is price you're getting here and all of that, and then you are forced to, do you get now? So that price war, because all of you are selling the same thing, right? At least to meet the high, you're selling the same thing. So that's one challenge. So the first challenge is they will get back to you, especially when it's in volume. And you imagine you're getting that back to back. You're saying 1 week, 2 weeks, or in 3, 4, 5 deals, and you're getting, okay, you have gotten to the final stage. And I think there was one we got to the final stage, like, okay, they will ask you submit everything, compliance, this certificate that you submitted and all of that, and then they just ghost you and
get back to you.
And then so that's one challenge, and I think it's not peculiar to us. It's in every industry. And then the other one of people or the consumers or the buyer themselves not just wanting to say, oh, okay, but other people are selling it for this price war. Yeah, so that's the word. So price war, and then the other one. So but then the good you asked the question. I think the question was two.
Yes.
The good part.
The good part and the bad part. So now you've given us the bad part. So if you can just tell us the good part, a few minutes.
The good part, I think one I would say is
that made a very, very tangible remark on you. Like you felt really, really wow. Yes. How you accomplished that.
Okay, so I think one good one that I would say is retainer. Having return customers. Yeah. Right? Over the years. So, like I said, we work for brands and all that. So there are some companies that the person that brought us in, or the persons that brought us in, they are no longer there. But then, based on the fact that we've supplied quality service and product so far over the years, right? Even the new persons that came in, maybe when you want to do procurement and all, they still get to say, oh, okay, this is the people we are that referred us, use us, right? Yeah. So that's one. I think the other one, though this was personal before I started building the brand. This was when I was a solo, just the one man guy.
Yeah.
I know. I think as at that time I traveled. I think I went to Kwara State. I know, and one of the clients, the CEO of that company, brought in some system from the US or something. I know. And they called, so the contact person called me. I've never met the CEO before.
Yeah.
Like, Alpha engineer, where are you? I'm like, I'm not in Lagos, so I'm in Kwara State. They're like, okay. I said, what's up? I said, oh, they need my service. I'm talking before COVID, 2019.
Oh, wow.
2018, 2019. Yeah. Said, they need, I said, it will take me like 3 more days before I wrap up in Kwara State, coming back to Lagos and all of that. So that will be till like next week. So I gave them like 4 days.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. She now said she was going to tell the CEO. She told the CEO, and the CEO said, no problem. We'll wait for him.
Wow.
When she called and told me that, I'm like, and this is someone that has so many people that can attend to him. I'm talking, this one is, I don't know if it was a billionaire then, but
not
I'm
a bit rich, wealthy,
so
yeah.
These are people that even before he bought that thing, the company from where he brought it from the US, they were telling him, okay, they can give them their partners in Nigeria. They said no, that they shouldn't worry, that he has someone that does these things for him. I've been doing it for his business over there, and he had never seen me before.
Never seen you.
So I was so happy, right back then. I'm like, oh my goodness, that means my work is actually, I'm actually doing well, and all of that. So, and that's one thing I tell people too. It's not just about the skill. How do you relate to them, trust, and all of that? Because trust me, not even in this AI age and all, there are so many people that can do what you are doing. So that differentiating factor will be trust and how you treat these people. The human factor.
Yeah.
No, that's So
all right, so I would love to really continue this conversation, but we have to go on another break now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Market Innoventors, and right now we are in what I call my favorite segment. It is the favorite quote segment and the quick win segment. And right now I'm going to tell you my favorite quote. Then you tell me a favorite quote of yours that has guided you, your career path, your belief over the years. And my favorite quote right now, I don't know who, I can't remember who said it, but it's be your best at all times. Even when you don't feel like it, be your best, giving your best. Because when you're giving your best, you get results, better results than when you are not giving anything at all. So I want you to tell me a favorite quote of yours that's helped you, that's guided you over the years, that's guided your belief, your career path over the years.
Okay, so I'll give you two.
Okay.
So the first is the first would be don't lie to yourself. Yeah.
True. Some
Every
people
other
lie.
person can be lying to you. You can be lying to others, but don't lie to yourself. Right? Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
one.
Yeah.
Then the other one is from the Bible, right? And it's a question that Jesus asked his disciple.
Okay.
Who do men say that I am?
Hmm.
Who do men say that I am?
Wow.
Right? And it's actually really guiding me now because we are so the societal decadence is on the uprising and all that.
Yeah.
Right? So who do men say that I am? Yeah.
I mean, through all everything you've said today, I've seen how I think I can say that I've seen how that phrase or that sentence has guided you. So let's talk about your quick win. What is what will you tell young Nigerians or people that want to venture into technology? What quick win quote or sentence will you tell them that will guide them in their own career path too?
Okay. So many things are rushing through my mind now.
Just one. Just one, basically. The first one that pops into your head. Just what will you advise them? What will you tell them to do?
Okay. Focus on solving people's problem. Focus on solving people's problem above wanting to get profits and all initially. Right?
Okay. I like that.
Yes. Because once you're able to provide solutions, trust me, money will come.
Money will come.
Money will come. Yes, money will come.
All right, and that is a wrap on today's edition of Market Innoventors. We've been speaking with Richman Ayedun, founder and chief executive officer of MainTek, computer engineer, entrepreneur, and technology solutions partner. His journey demonstrates that success in technology is not simply about selling products. It is about building trust, creating value, solving problems, and empowering people through sustainable solutions. And before I leave you today, I want to ask you, what do men say? What do men say? What do men say?
Who do men say you are?
Who do men say you are?
are?
Okay, so I'm going to leave you with this. Who do men say you are? Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Market Innoventors. I am your host, Peace Uweke, and until the next time, stay innovative and keep building.